Jack Fultz, F-U-T-L-Z. And the other lady is that helps him is
he at Paul Harding? He was at Paul Harding High School. No, that's not him.
I don't know. And he's an older guy. He's like 80. Yeah. Got a divorce because he moved to West Virginia. His wife left after 10 years. She's just like, I couldn't take it. So,
there's a lot of Jack Fultz, F-U-L-T-Z.
I don't think he's got a Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
I've never found it. So that's the 6.
Because I've always wanted to know what is the poorest area in the U.S. and maybe taking a team of dreamers, or illegals that can't leave the country going on a mission trip, but would like to do a ministry.
No kidding.
Or for people that can't leave the country for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But would want to do something like that.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
I never even thought about that.
I was going to research. That was one thing I was going to do eventually.
If you want to go, it is about, it was 4 hours and 15 minutes from Monroe, so you're about another half hour. So it's under 5 hours.
Bad.
No, I can set it up for you. They're awesome. So the kids come every day. Not all of them come every day, but all of them come on Saturdays. They spend the whole Saturday. And they take them to a movie, and they take them out to eat and stuff like that. So, but I can show you real quick. I'll show you their place.
You should have a Facebook.
It's like in the. Let me show you a picture, and you'll understand.
What's
it's
the name
like
of the town?
Gary, West Virginia. So that is, they don't even have a sign when you come in.
Really?
No. And it will snow like crazy today I went. So that's Jack, and that's Marjay. So Jack sold everything he had. She heard about it, went to visit him, went home and packed up and sold her restaurant and came back. And they basically live on nothing. But they live in this old schoolhouse. It's 20,000 square feet. So what they've done is they've turned it into bunk beds, and they charge you $37 a day, and that's how they make money. But they cook for you every meal. You stay, all that, and with them. This is how they print their own T-shirts. They make pine cones. It's got their own little gift shop.
Oh, I love gift shops.
Yeah, they make their own candles. One of those was in like a Jack Daniel's canter or something. She was like, I'm sorry, that's what I had, and I'm going to use it. She was like, I don't care if I had liquor in it or not. That's the gym. Look at that floor. That's from like the 40s.
Oh my gracious.
But now people have donated like ping pong and pool tables and stuff like that. So that's the basement. This is their computer lab. Those things are over 25 years old, 30 years old. She can't even get internet about half the time. And she can't print. She doesn't have a printer. So I got one donated. I'm getting ready to send it to her. So you have to, when you're there, you have to sign the wall, write your favorite verse. So I did that.
That is awesome.
It's a great place. I can get you set up because they're amazing.
Yeah, they should be able. One thing that marketing and getting your name out there.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference.
It does, and you're kind of torn because you don't want to say, "Hey, look at what we're doing," but if you don't tell anybody, nobody knows. So it definitely is a catch-22.
It is, and like with the connection, anything that we have, I post it on Facebook on the connection page, then I share it to my page, and then Countryside Connection, the group I have for just community.
Is that the people back here? It's Countryside back there.
Yes.
Okay.
Countryside Mobile Home Park.
Gotcha. Didn't know that.
And I always feel like, it's like, but we're not. And I don't want to be like, I'm bragging on me, but on the church and on God. So I try to focus on look what the church has done, look what the bride of Christ has done.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, which church are y'all primarily with? Are you with one particular church? Okay. So you're just talking about church in general, like
the church.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yes. The church.
Gotcha.
The church.
All right. So spell your name first and last, and tell me where you're originally from, so I make sure I get it right.
Okay. My name is Shanda Mackey. SHANDAMACKEY.
Okay. And where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Lancaster, South Carolina.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So, so what age did you give your life to Christ?
When I was 12 years old.
Okay, and how'd that work?
I was at a church in Lancaster where we were attending at the time, and during a regular church service.
So just normal?
Just a normal church service that ended up being just the pull of the Lord to me.
Yeah.
Like it was a pull that you just can't pull back from. A drawing.
And what happened after that? Did your family like support you? And
Oh, yeah.
was that like where they kind of pushed you towards, hey, learn more, get deeper into the what he's telling you to do and that kind of stuff, so they supported you 100%?
Well, they were very happy that I had given my life to the Lord. And they were very proud at a young age when I felt the call to ministry.
That was going to be my next question.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was a teenager when I felt the call.
No kidding.
The call to direct Hispanic ministry. But now, as an elementary school kid, God was drawing me to the culture. And Lancaster at that time was just a mill town.
Mm-hmm.
So there was just Springs Mills.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he worked, was at Springs. And so I would go to the library and study books and dictionaries in Spanish.
Wow.
Yeah. So God put that in me. There were no Hispanics in Lancaster during that time.
They were my Springs was my biggest customer at Grace.
Yeah.
The Grace facility, yeah. I mean, they did $1 million a year with us.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, they left.
Go.
They went to Mexico.
Yes. It was tragic for this town.
Yeah.
But I'm so proud of Lancaster that Lancaster has fought. Because Lancaster grew around that mill.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I mean, they had, what, 8 or 10 facilities?
Yes.
So, and there's not one left. The only thing that I think they may still have is like the outlet store.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
Yeah. So, as a teenager, I felt the call to Hispanic ministry is to be a missionary in a village in Mexico.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes. Not a particular village, just that type of ministry.
Mm-hmm.
So then I hit high school, puberty, went to nursing school.
Okay.
Because it was to be a nurse and minister,
Mm-hmm.
And I got married, worked, 3 kids, 3 sons, divorced in 2000, and walked away from the Lord.
Oh my.
Oh yes, walked seriously away from the Lord.
Wow. And was that a byproduct of the divorce and all that was entailed in that, or was it just you just had enough and you had been doing it since you were 12 and you just said, I'm done?
It was rebellion and anger.
Wow.
That drove that, because my ex-husband, I don't want to add all this in there because
It's
we're
not.
fine with all that.
It won't go on there because I write it.
Okay, good. So anyway, my ex-husband to the community was just amazing, wonderful guy. But at home he was like a control freak.
Yeah.
So, and I have a very free spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was raised to be a loving, free person, And so, when Heath would be ready to come home from work, I would just be on edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was multiple reasons like that.
Yeah.
Why I made him leave. But of course, when I made him leave,
You were there.
I was the bad guy.
Of course.
Even though I was the one that was active in church with the youth and everything, I was the bad guy.
Because he had the spit and shine personality
Yes.
and the reputation. Yeah.
Yes.
And it happens.
I became very angry with the church. And I was probably angry with God during that time as well. You know? And so, because I had been the good girl growing up, I wanted to see what it was like to be with the people that did the fun stuff, you know? So that's what I did for like 5 to 7 years.
And how old were you from time you started and time you came back around?
So that was 2000, so I was born in 71, so I was what, 30 something?
So early 30s to mid 30s.
Early 30s
Wow.
to mid 30s, and I'm 47 now. And so from 2000 to 2007, I was full on fun party bar girl.
No kidding.
Yes. No. Not my happiest moment, but the time of my life where I learned the most. And the time of my life when God could really humble me so that I could understand truly what grace is.
Yeah.
Because I mean, before that, I was probably just like my ex-husband. I had never done anything wrong. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was a good girl. And so finally, you know, I truly understood what grace meant. And there's things in that I wish hadn't happened. I'm not proud,
Yeah.
but I'm thankful
Yeah.
also because God couldn't use me the way I was.
Yeah.
I had to be broken
Isn't that amazing?
for Him to use me. I had to be that broken vase
Wow.
for Him to shine through me.
You know, and all the stuff that we go through when we're young, and you know, it makes us who we are later. You know, and to figure out our purpose, and I don't know, it's just it's been I don't know if you even saw it on my Facebook. My sister passed away like 4 weeks ago, the day after Memorial Day.
I did not know.
And we we're actually going. If you want to go, we're going July 21st down to Greenville South to do a soul to soul in honor of her, because she was a teacher at an inner school, Greenville City, one of the toughest schools, called Hollis Academy. And we are using the YMCA that's right next to Hollis in that whole neighborhood, so it's exactly like here. And we're going to work with them. So she was 50 years old. I talked to her on Memorial Day about 2 o'clock, and she had a massive heart attack that morning, 8 o'clock.
Oh my God.
It started at 3:30, and then they misdiagnosed her. And then, you know, she should still be here, to be completely honest, because they should have taken her straight to the cath lab and got rid of the blockage, but they didn't. So, and that's a whole nother thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
But I tell you that because all of the stuff that she went through, you know, at Hollis made her care 50 times deeper for those kids.
Yeah.
And what we found out during the services and the kind of the aftermath, those 10 days after, her pastor was out of the country, so we had to wait on him to get back. So she died on a Tuesday, and so we had to have it the following Saturday a week. So we had to wait 10 days. So it was a little harder because everything was not finished.
Yes.
But what we found during those 10 days though was that she would buy socks and shoes and put them in her closet. And anytime she saw kids that needed shoes, she would take them the next day to school. So she was doing soul to soul before we ever even thought about it. And she would do 10, 15 kids a week. And she never once told me, and even when we started soul to soul, she never once said, hey, I've been doing that or whatever, it's a great cause or anything like that. She never wanted any credit, just like you. Never wanted anything. The only thing she cared about was those kids. So,
That's a beautiful
yeah.
story.
So it's been anyway. So we're gonna go on the 21st if you want to go.
Well, I'll actually be out of town with my family.
No,
I know, and I'm super glad to be with my boys and my dad and just chilling. I'm so ready to just zone out.
I know. Where y'all going?
We're going to the beach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Going to the beach.
So anyway, we're gonna go down there. We're gonna do that and see if we can't, make some memories down there, and her, her extended family down there and the people that she worked with. They're gonna help us. So all the teachers
incredible.
and yeah. So the principal that's there now was not the principal at her time, but she knew who Lisa was. So pretty cool. All right. So let me.
So in 2007,
Yes.
I was still out partying, and my mom had to have surgery on her heart. She had to have a valve replaced, which they do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But her heart was so damaged.
No. Really? So that happened to my dad too. He went in for a heart cath and never came out.
Yes. Oh.
So that was 2007.
That was in 07.
What day?
It was September the 25th.
Because my papa-in-law died in June of that year.
I will never forget before she went for her surgery. She got my face like this and she said, "Shanda, is anything undone with us?" I was like, "No, Mama, everything is fine. We are great." Because she and I'm just like her.
Mm-hmm.
So we would,
At times.
At times.
So when it was great, it was awesome. When it wasn't, there were fireworks.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yes.
So.
And I was like, "No, everything's great. You're gonna be fine." I was like, well, she did make it through the surgery. So, in learning how to breathe without her, I started going to I was church hopping throughout that whole
Down here.
throughout that whole 7 years. So I started going to another church, and 5 years ago, which would have been, this is about 2013. So in 2013, I mourned for many years.
Mm-hmm.
It was still mourning in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And the church I was going to was going on a mission trip to Peru.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. And
so you had not done any mission work
no,
in those years.
none.